Smoke bomb. The only indication of the explosion had been a small crackle and a flash of blinding light. Instead of shockwaves of blasting heat, however, dark smoke instantly mushroomed in the warehouse, blocking all light and sucking out all oxygen. Like any human, my body and lungs needed oxygen to survive. As the dense, choking smoke filled my vision, I fought panic. If I weren't seeing this through the eyes of a robot, I'd be dead as soon as my lungs ran short of air. "Targets, targets, targets!" a deep voice yelled from somewhere in the smoke. "Kill, kill, kill!" Weird, high-pitched hissing sounds whined past my microphones. More screaming. Something, or someone, banged into the hard titanium shell of my robot. By the clank, I knew I'd been hit by another robot. Mine was one of nearly 24 robots in the room, but that was about all I knew. I'd connected to this robot body only 30 seconds before, barely enough time to look around and see the small army of other robots. Thousands of miles away, the nervous system of my own body was plugged into a computer that allowed me to control this robot through my own brainwaves. I had done that plenty, handled a robot, but not like this before. Because this robot was different. It rode on wheels like the one I was used to controlling, but this one was much shorter, with 4 arms. 2 arms ended with the normal titanium hands that I'd trained with my entire life. 2 others ended in round tubes. I had no idea what to do with those tubes. The weird hissing sounds continued to buzz over top in the black confusion of the smoke. 10 seconds, the voice screamed. Kill, kill, kill! I made a mental command to switch to infrared, something I should have done the instant the smoke mushroomed. My robot's controls switched away from visual, and the 4 video lenses mounted on top of the stem of the robot body blinkered shut. Temperature sensors gave me instant feedback of my surroundings. What I saw in the shades of blue and orange and red was completely eerie. The smoke roiled in clouds of cool blue, telling me the bomb had not been a heat detonator, nor something intended to explode anything but the smoke. My infrared detected glowing red shapes in the smoke. Human shapes. 15 seconds! Kill, kill, kill! Around those red human shapes and me was a frenzy of movement, the faintly red outlines of the titanium shells at room temperature. They scurried back and forth in the smoke. Laser shots zipped from their extended arms, piercing the shading of the smoke. Laser shots? This was the purpose of the tubes at the end of my extra arms? I lifted one arm and pointed at the ceiling. I thought out a mental command. Fire? Nothing happened. I tried another mental command. Shoot? Nothing. Kill? It fired. A weird buzzing sound came from my extended arm. My infrared picked up a hot laser that left a tight red glowing circle in the ceiling. I was shooting. 20 seconds! Kill, kill, kill! As I began to orient myself and focus better, I saw that the laser beams were going through those human forms, like dozens of blindingly fast arrows zinging through the smoke. Kill? As in kill people? Robots spun and circled in all directions. The human shapes ran or crouched or fell. More laser beams, more targets pierced. But where were the screams of dying people? Kill, kill, kill! I scanned with my infrared again. There were only 2 remaining human figures. One pushed against the far wall as if it were trying to claw its way out of danger. The other collapsed as I watched. 30 seconds! Kill, kill! It seemed as if all the robots turned their attention to the red glow of that final human shape against the far wall. Dozens of laser beams zipped toward the upper body, and instantly the shape fell. 33 seconds, and stop. Back to visuals.